and this is history. Miracles of Jesus healing the blind. All right, what story did we have last? We had the story where Jesus was what? He was around the age of 12 or so, and his parents went where? They left the Passover feast, and after a day of traveling, they realized what? Jesus was no longer with them. He was gone. They couldn't find him amongst the relatives. So they went all the way back and they found Jesus where? Remember the name? It started with the temple. Yes, they found Jesus in the temple. And he was asking questions and he was answering questions and he was there in the house of the Lord. All right, so now we're fast forwarding in Jesus's life, and we are gonna see one of the miracles that Jesus did as an adult. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read from the Bible really quickly. I want you guys to pay very close attention. Don't do the art project yet. Just go ahead and listen very fast. Listen as I speak very fast, all right? And tell the story of Jesus as an adult. As Jesus went along, he saw a man who was blind. He had been blind since he was born. So the man was what? He was born blind. He still had eyes. He just what? He couldn't see. Try closing your eyes. And imagine trying to grab a cup of water, trying to walk to the door. Now, don't actually do it. You might bump into something or get worse, or worse, get hurt. All right, let's go ahead and see what happened. So he had been blind since he was born. Jesus' disciples asked, "Rabbi, who sinned? Was it the man born blind because he sinned? Or was the man born blind because his parents sinned?" "It isn't because the man sinned," said Jesus. "It is because his parents sinned. He was born blind so that God's power can be shown by what's going to happen right now. While it is still day, we must do the work of the one who sent us, God. Night is coming, then no one can work. While I am here in the world, I will be a light to the world." So what did Jesus say he wants to be? A light to what? A light to California? A light to just Africa? No, a light to the whole world. And what? We need to do God's work. All right? After he said that, he spit on the ground and he made mud with his spit. Jesus is going to be doing something right now. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing. Let's see. All right? Now don't spit on your floor, but imagine him spitting on the floor. All right? And then he on the dirt, and then he's what? He's mixing the dirt with what? His spit, and he's making mud. Then he put the mud on the eyes of the man who was blind. "Go," he told him, "wash in the pool of Siloam." Siloam means sent. So the man went and washed. When he came home, he was able to see. His neighbors and the people who had seen him earlier begging asked questions. "Isn't he the man that used to be blind that begged?" They said, and it was. Others said, "No, it looks like him, but it can't be him." So what people didn't believe that he could see now, even though his eyes were open, they're like, I don't think that's him. That must be a different man because this man can see. But the man who had been blind kept saying, "Yes, I am the man." "Then how are your eyes open?" they asked. He replied, "The man who they called Jesus made mud with his spit and placed it on my eyes. He told me to wash it off, and then I could see." "Where is the man?" they asked him. "I don't know," he said. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop there. So what happened? The man was what? Was he born, was he able to see and then slowly he became blind? No, he was born blind. This man was born blind. Now, why was he born blind, Jesus said? So that way God can use him to show miracles. All right, so what was the miracle that took place? God what? He spit on dirt and he made what? He mixed it and made mud. And then he placed it on the man's eyes. Can you imagine that? Be like, "Oh, please don't put mud on my face." All right, but that's what he did. He put mud on the man's eyes and he told him to what? Go and wash off the mud in the water. And once he did that, the man was what? He was able to see. Even the neighbors didn't even realize that. They're like, that can't be the same man. It looks just like him, but how can it be him when his eyes are open? They were amazed at the miracle that God had done. All right, so that is a very amazing miracle that took place. So we're gonna go ahead and in the blank right here, I'll post a little picture right now. We're gonna go ahead and write, Jesus gave sight to the blind. So what's that mean? Jesus gave what? He gave sight. He was able to make the man what? See again, or see for the first time in this case. All right, so Jesus gave sight to the blind. And then after this, let's go ahead and work on our project together. Great job. All right, group A and B, our craft to go with the blind man, as you can guess, is a blind man. So we have two guys right here, and the first thing we're gonna wanna do is go ahead and dress them up. Make sure you guys take your time and go nice and slowly. Now, because it's gonna be the same man, we can have them wearing the same clothes or different clothes. We're not gonna do anything with their face yet. Don't draw anything yet, all right? That's gonna come last. Right now, we're just gonna dress up their shirts, pants, and shoes. Now that we're done drawing our men, we're gonna go ahead and make one blind, and the other with eyes to see. So you should have gotten two googly eyes just like these right here. And we're gonna go ahead and on one of them, we're gonna put the googly eyes on. Make sure to put enough glue so that way it can stick. I thought it'd be fun to use the big googly eyes to show that he can really see now. He's gonna look pretty funny. If you really don't want the funny googly eyes, then you can go ahead and just draw on a pair of eyes. But I think he'll look pretty funny with these. All right, now for our other man over here, he's blind. So we're gonna go ahead and draw his eyes closed. Just like this. All right, so his eyes are closed and here they're really opened. All right. Now, not being able to see, that was probably he probably had a hard life because he was a beggar, remember? He couldn't look, he couldn't see all the beautiful colors that God has given us. He couldn't see all the creation around him. So we're gonna go ahead and make him with a sad face, all right? We're gonna go ahead and make him with a sad face. And then for our man that can see with the googly eyes, we're gonna make him with a really big smile on his face. All right? And don't forget, if you'd like to give them hair, you can give him hair. I'll give him curly hair. And him curly hair. All right, so what we're gonna do now, is grab a pair of scissors. You may need your parents' help for this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut across the bottom, like so. All right, now they're like this. I'm gonna cut down the side as straight as possible, if you can. I'm gonna cut down the other side. All right, and then I'm gonna cut across the top of their head like this. now you should have this right here. All right, this is the part that might get a little bit tricky, so you may need your parents' help. Right here, between the two, well, between the man, we're gonna go ahead and fold him in half. All right, just like that. Now we folded him in half, okay? So now it's a little triangle, or half a triangle if you turn it to the side. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay it flat. We're gonna go ahead and grab the part that's folded. This part where you're gonna need your parents' help, probably for sure. You're gonna fold it like this. So now he's folded, this guy is folded in half. And we're gonna do the same to this guy over here. We're gonna fold him in half, right down the middle. Maybe a little bit tricky with his googly eyes. All right, so now it's kind of like a W if you turn it like this, right? So he's folded down the middle and he's folded down the middle. So going back and grabbing our paper, we are only gonna put glue where? On this side of our man that's blind. We're only gonna put glue on the folded side right here. So if we fold it like an accordion, now it's all folded up. I'm only gonna put glue where? On one side, which is gonna be this one right here. Make sure you put plenty of glue. All right, and then I'm gonna glue that side down like so. All right, so now I have what? I have my man that is blind. And then if I fold him this way, I have my man that can see with his really big googly eyes. Like this. All right, I hope you enjoyed, beginners.